What's going on, y'all? This is Eli from Men Behind the Curtain, the podcast about everything and nothing all at once. If you're watching this video, then that means that we did not have an episode this week, so we're going to be revisiting another older movie. And I decided to revisit Donnie Darko. This was only the second time ever that I have watched this movie. My first impression is the same as my initial impression. This is a weird fucking movie. This movie is what I like to call aggressively 80s because they remind you it takes place in the 80s at every opportunity. For one, there's the soundtrack all throughout the movie, and second of all, you notice what she is reading in this scene.
You're such a fuck ass.
This can only happen in a white family. Had I said this at the dinner table, I would not be here today. I actually forgot that Drew Barrymore is even in this movie. They never actually say what he's in therapy for. They say that he has problems, but they never actually get very specific on why he's in therapy. I also kind of forgot that Patrick Swayze was in this movie. Like, I remember this character, I just don't remember that it was Swayze. And again, aggressively 80s, because the fucking motivational videos, they don't do that no more. I like how later they had the students try to write this to see whose handwriting matches, as if this is fucking handwriting. Like, I get that it's the 80s and standards were a little bit different, but nobody's going to match this because nobody can fuck this up like this on accident. And plus, this was probably spray paint. Yeah, if I was his therapist and he said this during hypnosis, I'm pulling the plug immediately, and I'm never doing hypnosis again because this went off the rails fucking quick. To be honest, if this son of a bitch just started appearing to me, I'm not trusting anything that I see or hear. I'm questioning all of fucking reality. I actually looked up her IMDb and I couldn't remember anything else that she's done, but she is like just the quintessential Karen. Like, she was so annoying in this role, and that means that she actually did a really good performance. Now, I realize that most of the plot of this movie kind of hinges on what's in this book, but I don't think the movie does enough to actually explain and talk about what's in this book. This is one of those scenes where I'm not entirely clear on how much is actually real, because if he's actually talking to this thing out loud, I understand that the movie theater's not exactly packed, but how did nobody fucking notice? I'm not entirely a fan of the way that this movie ended, because to put it in more modernized terms, you know, if you're a Marvel fan, everything after the plane was he was living in like a branch timeline, and then he went back and like pruned himself. And one of the main reasons that I really don't like how this ended is that everybody he really impacted, they kind of wake up and it didn't happen, but they're vaguely aware of it happening. Like the dude Frank, he's like touching his eye, like he remembers. But Patrick Swayze, his character, so is he just not going to get caught for what he was doing? Because I don't think he's going to show remorse for what he was doing. It's an interesting movie. I'm not a fan of the ending.